I probably use paper every day. For the beginning of a project, we'll use it to come up with ideas, to work out what our creative approach or strategy will be. There's different things that you can come up and tell about the way someone works. It's kind of like a peek inside their brain, you know, especially when you see inside somebody's sketchbook. You're seeing how much they investigate a problem or different ways that they work through things. I think also if you see how organized things are, that tells you a little bit about their work ethic. And I still do handwritten notes. Not a lot of people do handwritten notes. It's usually clean enough that I can just take a picture of the note and send it to somebody. I don't have to retype it up or anything. So it's interesting to see from handwriting how clear somebody writes something. Paper is still, you know, a useful thing. It's immediate, it's tangible. I'm used to the paper. A lot of people, when they read now, they're just comfortable reading stuff on the screen, but I would still prefer to read things. I think it's kind of bad for your eyes just to be staring at the screens all the time. Every project I'm working on, I have different ways that I'll outline things all by hand. You can see I've got 6 different piles back here, but this was just this week. You know, I end up taking a lot of calls with clients. My mom had a series of Time Life books, but you know, I remember I would get out those books and just, you know, pour through every page in those books. Yeah, I don't know, especially when I was in high school, I'd have 4 or 5 different sketchbooks going all the time. Being a graphic designer is a lot of work. It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work. You're always busy from when you clock in to when you clock out, 8 or 9 hours a day. You're figuring things out. You know, you pick different kinds of paper depending on what you want to do. You know, you might need a thick, heavy cover weight kind of paper, you know, if you're building a folder or something that needs to hold a structure. Sometimes you need paper that has a translucent kind of finish to it that you can see through it a little bit. But that cotton paper, what's neat about it is it feels like a personal, human kind of connection, you know, when you have something on that. Especially if somebody had to sign it or make a mark. There's something neat about that when you're giving somebody a piece of paper that you signed and then they receive it. Even if it's through the mail and it's kind of removed, you still feel a connection to that person. But I'll use only pencil. And a lot of times I'll go for a couple months with only using pencil. So I'm real particular about how the pencil has to be super, super sharp, a real fine point. So after I use it for maybe the front of one of those pieces of paper, it's already too dull. What I do a lot of times is kind of funny and backwards. So I use paper, I take those notes, then I get out my cell phone, take a picture of the notes and send that off to somebody. And that seems kind of funny or backwards. You know, I'd rather still write by hand. It's the way I work.